Woman finally accepts her man's proposal after his 43rd attempt in 7 years. Flabbergasted is an understatement. Who here is doing drugs? Someone please rescue this man from this marriage. Or maybe he needs it to learn a lesson. The caption on this post reads, a woman has finally accepted her boyfriend's marriage proposal after he asked 43 times over 7 years. Luke Weintrip, a tattoo artist from the UK, began proposing to his girlfriend Sarah in 2018. Began proposing is just such a crazy statement.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Just 6 months into their relationship, despite loving him, Sarah repeatedly turned down his proposals, saying she wasn't ready and she didn't want to agree to something she might later regret. Listen, I've heard of persistence, right? It's one thing, for there to be this back and forth when you're pursuing a woman. But when it comes to proposal for marriage, I think you only need to get rejected once before you realize this may not be the woman for you. Now, again, there are unique situations where maybe a man has been persistent and tried again, back when romance used to exist. But this right here is just a sad story waiting to happen. What do you guys think? How many attempts would you have to go through of hearing no? I think I can do better. The caption goes on to read, however, Luke continued to propose with grand gestures over the years, including renting a castle in Prague, organizing candlelit dinners, and planning romantic getaways like a horseback ride on a Jamaican beach. There's no help in this, man. There's no help. Some men can't be helped, gentlemen. Some men can't be helped. Everybody's run into that one person where you look at him, you're like, coffee isn't going to fix what's going on here. This is a hopeless situation. Goes on to say, after his 42nd attempt, Sarah told him she'd say yes the next time he asked, but he would have to wait. And on his 43rd proposal, Luke took Sarah to Greenwich in London and proposed again, calling her the center of his world. This has to be rage bait. This has to be rage bait for my audience, specifically for my audience. This time she accepted. The couple got married in May during a destination wedding in Jamaica. Dog. Let's just get straight to the comments. This is a woman. She says, bro was the very last option. That's a fact. Somebody responded back and said, no lies, laughing emojis. Somebody else says, real, valid. Yeah. That's the only conclusion you can get out of this. Somebody else here added, he obviously has no sisters, otherwise they would have never let him embarrass himself like so. These are both men and women chiming in here in this situation. Some men are just sacrifices. Some men are just sacrifices for the better good. The better good of what, you may be asking, Shisha? The better good of lessons to show you what not to do. Another person who says he isn't loved at home. Like his parents don't love him. Another hella weak. This commenter says any man who proposes again after the first no is banned from men's community. Another person here says red flags, they're flying them. Another person who says all these girls in the comments saying when a man knows, please, if it's your brother, will shame not catch you and your family. Please. Yeah, I think I agree with the whole sister sentiment. No one who loved this man and his family would ever let him do this. This is a hilarious GIF. Are you guys looking at this? Let's talk about the sponsor of this channel, fathershaverights.com. Engaged and soon-to-be married men, hiring the wrong lawyer can leave you with an overpriced, unenforceable prenup. Avoid the trap. Inside my step-by-step guide at fathershaverights.com, renowned attorneys James Sexton and the lead attorney lay out the exact questions to ask, red flags to spot, and proven steps to hiring the perfect prenup lawyer. The guide itself costs only a couple of coffee dates, far less than a single billable hour. Hit the link pinned to the top of the comment section, lock in your guide, and join the hundreds of men securing their marriages the right way. I've never seen this before. That's funny. It says simp. Somebody else who says, when the desirable is not available, the available becomes desirable. Let's see what else we have. All right. I also wanted to check out this article. Here's the New York Post. They're talking about it with the title, article that says bride finally says yes to engagement after her boyfriend proposes 43 times. I just knew she was the one. A woman finally accepted her boyfriend's marriage proposal after he'd gotten down on one knee nearly 50 times. A would-be fiance went through the ringer to give his beloved a ring. After 7 years and 42 rejections, a woman finally accepted her boyfriend's proposal. I mean, just look at this hug. You can tell who's more into who just in this hug alone. You can tell he's leaning over and she's barely leaning over, right? Goes on to say, after 7 years and 42 rejections, the woman finally accepted her boyfriend's proposal. And Sarah, 38, initially turned down Luke's first proposal in 2018 after just 6 months of dating. Yeah, he's hopeless, man. You're proposing after 6 months of dating? Both had recently emerged from serious relationships, and despite being in love, Sarah wasn't ready for another commitment so soon, especially one involving her 3 daughters. Bro, put that coffee down. It just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. I didn't expect it. She recalled of the first proposal, which took place during a romantic horseback ride in Jamaica. I loved him, but didn't want to say yes to something I later retracted. I wanted to make sure, with kids and everything going on, that it was right. Luke said, okay, fine, but I'm going to keep asking you, she told Kennedy News. Luke, a 36-year-old tattooist, was undeterred. With each no, he grew more creative, proposing in abundant castles, hiring musicians, and staging candlelit dinners. So I guess these are all rejections. All these photos are rejections. He first proposed in Jamaica. Here's a photo of him proposed. Okay, with each no, here's another one where she pretty much turned him down. This is crazy, bro. One of the most elaborate proposals happened in Prague, where Luke transformed a deserted castle into a fairy tale setting, complete with chocolate, champagne, and fairy lights. But even then, Sarah rejected him. I knew it was early, Luke says, but I just knew she was the one. Luke said, my friend said to me, you're trying to beat her down. But it wasn't that. I wanted to prove to her how much I want this. And I hoped one day the girls would look at it and go, well, if Luke loves mom that much, I need to find someone that loves me that much. I got to keep an eye out for this story, because don't get it twisted, there will be a second part to this. Clips of Luke's repeated proposals, including one at a restaurant where Sarah buried her head in her hands and another on a busy street, went viral on TikTok. The caption, 43 proposals, now we are married in 2 weeks, attracted thousands of viewers. Also, there's an actual video to this. Okay, we might have to find that. Sarah finally said yes in 2023 after telling Luke to pause the proposals and wait for the right moment. The moment came in Greenwich. When he proposed, he said, this is the center of the world and you're the center of my world. And I want you to marry me. He finally won my heart, she recounted. Wow. Yeah, you know, this is the type of relationship that women believe they want. Many men find out is the perfect recipe for misery for that man. Because unfortunately, putting a woman on this much of a pedestal is destructive, right? And unless if you're willing to endure the type of pain and torment that comes with, I suggest you stay far, far away from this type of a situation. So I think I actually found the actual video here. Let's check it out. I'm surprised I did.
Will you marry me? I forgot to bring the ring out with me today.
This is terrible.
But
No, stop. Stop. Do it.
It says, will you marry him? It doesn't it?
How do you know?
Because it's one of those married tricks.
Oh, Luke, not now.
every day I'm with you.
No, Luke, stop it. Stop it. Not in front of all these people.
I know that to the hopeless romantics, like the only thing that this video is missing is some type of sappy romantic song. But I'm telling you guys right now, this is not it.
No. no.
Sarah,
Please stop. Please stop. You're getting the waitress.
will you marry me?
No. No, not in here. Not in here. No, there's a man
Will you
there
marry
with
me?
a camera and it's looking.
Will you marry me?
I am
Sarah?
a puzzling queen.
Will you marry me?
This is so clever. No, but like I love it.
I can already see the "who hurt you" comments. Trust me. Just wait. Just wait. I'm not wishing this, but I'm telling you, do not put yourself in this situation. I know.
This coffee smells like shit.
I know. I got to be the guy who serves it. Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, if you need a prenup and would like a guide that shows you how to get a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement, hit the link pinned to the top of the comment section and access your guide at fathershaverights.com today.